I'm little lost to understand insurance में हो क्या रहा है. Government is not supporting the sector, growth is not there, competition is intensifying, stocks are underperforming. So I used to always think that insurance is this big picture. Indians are underinsured, insurance premium will go up. After COVID, the importance of life and health had come back. But I just look at the data, which is the growth, the profitability, and the dynamics. They're just not supporting. Why is that? I mean, what is that which is troubling this sector where the big picture is so strong?
India has always been very strong. You look at any segment, we can say we are consuming 1/4, 1/5 of the world average. So whether it is insurance, whether it is consumption, whether it is auto, so everywhere you see the big picture will look good. But when it comes to, you can say, the smaller nitty-gritties of that, then if we look at past few years, you see insurance costs have also been rising. And today, if you look practically, lot of insurance products, they are not like your typical pure insurance products. Lot of them have got the investment which is ingrained into that. And obviously, when the markets are not good, there is some erosion. So I think there is some impact of that. And if you look at, say, all the life insurance companies, say 5 years back, the kind of valuation they were trading at, I think, yes, today they have become much more reasonable. I think today they are all where they are very, very reasonably priced. But you look at 4 years, 5 years back, I think they were trading at a valuation like banks used to trade at, say, 4.5 times in India. So yes, the growth is low. The growth will come back. Valuations today are much more nimble than what they used to be 3-4 years back. But it is not a sector where you will see, you can say 20%, 25% growth. And I think in this kind of environment, if you ask me, the stocks will look quite defensive. So the downside in all these stocks, even if you look at, say, last month or so, stock like, say, an HDFC Life or some of the others, so I think they have been holding on to during this market rout. So from that angle, it looks good. But is it a segment which will grow very fast or which will give you very high returns? I think that has not been the case. But yes, at the current levels, I think the stocks looks good. Practically, I think many of the stocks, they have corrected to very reasonable levels. But it is one sector, I think, which is also not understood that well by the investor over the years. So, but yes, if you are looking at defensive stocks in these volatile markets, I think many of the stocks in insurance, they look reasonably good.
Interesting you say that. Amnish, other than insurance, what's looking like, ripe post the correction that we've had in the market, and where is it that you would be comfortable now deploying money?
Yeah, Aisha, is it for me?
Yes, Amnish, for you.
Yeah, Aisha, actually, we don't have a coverage on the insurance sector, so I won't be able to give you any, you can say, names exactly where the upside is or where we are headed in many of these stocks.
No, other than insurance, Amnish, what's looking good in the market right now after the recent fall?
You see, the market, as I said, they seem to be, I think, quite stabilizing. And if you look at, say, two buckets in particular, you see, external sector, I think I'm not very convinced about, because due to what is happening globally, what US is doing, I think there is little bit of, or rather I would say there might be prolonged uncertainty for the coming few months till the time the situation stabilizes, some trade agreements are in place. So if you look at on the domestic side, there are two big buckets. One is your capex and one is consumption. So capex last 4-5 months, I think the things have started stabilizing. Orders are coming in. Will they grow profit by 40%, 50% like many of the companies have done in the past? I think that is not going to happen. Will they grow at, say, 10%, 15%? That looks likely. The valuations are now more nimble, and selectively, I think capex is one basket which looks interesting to us. The second is consumption, which has been under pressure, but with the combined effect of, I would say, we are lowering food inflation, cutting tax rates, okay, and even cutting interest rate is happening. So I think this basket should bottom out, and I think the performance from them should start coming in terms of, say, absolute growth, maybe by the end of 1Q. So I think that is one basket where there are, you can say, many stocks which can give you, say, 15-20% kind of returns. So I think these are the two baskets where I don't see any problem on the domestic front. And as we go along towards the course of the year, in both the baskets, I expect a reasonable return from all the frontline stocks.